Have you ever stopped to think where your morning juice comes from? Or the story behind the wood in your handcrafted coffee table? Every item we use has a journey that begins far from where it ends. So, how does it get to us? The answer is simple: freight. Freight is the essential system that keeps our daily lives connected and functioning, often overlooked, yet crucially important. But what happens when things go wrong? And how do these journeys shape the world we live in? Behind every sip of juice and every piece of furniture, there's a story to be uncovered.
CSX is 197 years old, started in 1827 as the B&O Railroad. If you have a monopoly board, you know B&O is on the monopoly board. And over time, we're 30-some railroads coming together in America to be the largest railroad in the eastern United States.
Our network moves traffic for the U.S. consumers over 26 states, the District of Columbia, and reaches 2 Canadian provinces in the eastern part of Canada. We move a diverse and broad range of goods, anywhere from agriculture goods to coal to finished vehicles to consumable goods that travel in containers or boxcars. We have 23,000 employees, and we service 2/3 of the U.S. population in many concentrated areas. Our goal is to always safely and effectively service our customers so that they can get their goods to their markets.
One of the exciting things about being part of a railroad like CSX is the environmental benefits we give to our transportation providers. First of all, emissions reduction, 4 to 5 times better. Lower cost, almost always, especially for the distance that we usually travel, 500 miles or more. Significantly safer, and importantly, doesn't congest the roads, doesn't use taxpayer money to do that.
Probably the most underappreciated aspects of the railroads is we provide a very environmentally friendly way to move freight. We're continuing to drive fuel efficiency with technology. And so that gap between truck and rail and what we can provide from an emissions savings continues to widen. A lot of companies have targets out to 2030 or even 2050. They're relying on emerging technologies that don't exist today. What we provide is a technology that exists today that provides savings today. And it's a huge opportunity as they're really trying to meet goals in the near term and waiting for those technologies to emerge. They don't have to wait with the railroad.
I'm a traditionalist. I value the people that work, but I understand what technology brings. And at the end of the day, I've been in operations my entire life. My job is to serve. I serve customers. And the better I can do it more efficiently, more reliably, the better it is for them. The better it is not just for America, but for global trade. So what excites me is when we find more innovative ways to use rail, when we are able to use our great mass and reach to move these goods for American shippers and producers, but more so for consumers to have this access to these goods that are coming.
Innovation, we think, is really important because it really underpins how we think about safety, the efficiency, how we do our work, and then how we really optimize the network to be able to deal with growth looking forward. We're looking at all these technologies and operations to think about how we advance the railroad and how we maintain the competitive edge that railroad has in moving freight across North America. We're actually doing things in a more real-time sense now. In the past, when you looked at the railroad systems, there were so many different systems to manage different discrete tasks. We call it our real-time operations portal. It really is bringing all this information together now in a real-time way to the right people that are making those decisions so we can optimize the entire network. One breakthrough is around how we're using drone technology. We're now flying drones at 150 feet above the track in our yards with a very high resolution camera to look for defects in the track. We're then using machine vision algorithms to look at those images and actually detect things even down to 1/8 of an inch kind of switch gap problems. We can look at joint bars, we can see missing bolts, and so we're really getting breakthroughs in how we use drones and then high resolution machine vision algorithms. We see these different technologies really complementing how we come together, how we're now collaborating and working together across different departments is absolutely key to actually accelerating how we adopt technology.
For the last couple of years, we've been bringing to life this initiative called One CSX. It's about improving the employee experience and changing our culture where every employee feels valued, appreciated, respected, included, and listened to. And if we can bring that teamwork together, bring all of our people together, 23,000 people across those 26 states, we can serve our customers better.
We believe that this way of managing, of leading, is a servant type of leadership. And that's what we want to be for our customers, our communities.
We touch across all of the United States through our partnerships with other railroads. We have 31 terminals in which that we operate across the eastern United States, touching 2/3 of the US population, and then we also service all of the East Coast ports as well.
A typical day for a CSX field operations employee starts with safety. We focus on the safety of our employees as well as the communities in which we operate. We also focus and collaborate a lot around our customers and making sure that we meet our customers' needs.
Safety is a core value at CSX. Everything we do revolves around the measures we take to be safe, whether it's our inspections that we do on the car or the track, the technology that we use on our wayside detection systems, to what we do with the data and how we look at the life cycle of the components, to everything we can do to prevent injuries, are what we aim to do to make sure that we move our customers' goods safely.
It's been exciting to see the development of our culture evolve to a point where now everywhere you go, people are wearing CSX logo on all their clothing. They're proud of where they work, not only what we do, but we're all now proud of how we do it. And doing it as one CSX team, respecting each other, valuing each other, and that pride. The magic happens because teams work together, because people work together, feel empowered to do so and supported to do so. And that's the art and the science of leadership, is about serving others who then can serve our customers.
I worked 38 years at another railway, and I've been here 13 months, and the guy who runs the place, he worked at Ford for 25 years. We just believe that. And so it makes a difference when the leaders do, because we're seeing that there's so many other people here that did believe it as well, but weren't allowed to practice it. But when you think of all the expertise and skills and access to information and ways of doing things we have outside of operations, within CSX, it's incredible. 23,000 people. I mean, to include them all, and that's our goal, we see the difference in how people are inspired to be motivated to do things. You don't just motivate, you inspire, and that's what One CSX does.